Welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV drama series. Today's drama story is about the Kink List. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. The Kink List. That already is very telling. Like, okay, this is about to be ERP in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh boy! Hi Pathra, this story is about the first time I tried ERP. I'm a night owl and a drinker. This leads to some nights in Final Fantasy XIV spent until the birds are singing, the sun is cresting the horizon, and I'm inebriated enough to make some poor decisions. After finishing Endwalker and leveling all my jobs to 90, I was left unsure as to what to do. I didn't want to get into Savage content or Baja or anything like that. Besides, because I played so late into the night, no one was around to do any of the optional content I hadn't touched. I ended up checking out the club scene in Final Fantasy XIV, the one place where people were sure to be during the degen hours. It started out fairly tame. The first time I ever visited a club, I was confused why everyone was doing the bee's knees to total silence. Me too. I was wondering the same thing the first time I went into the club too. I'm like, what are they listening to? Are they really jamming out on like the game sounds right now? I soon learned it was a Twitch DJ. Sometimes there would be someone in the room just like spamming in the chat like, go to this Twitch for the music. So that was helpful. Like, was this just a silent disco party? Then I learned about the Twitch DJs. Before I discovered how to find clubs in Party Finder, I went to Twitch, then traveled to the club if I liked the music and the look of it. I quickly started learning a lot more about the club scene. For example, like what the hell WU/T meant. For the uninitiated, this means walk up/tell. Yeah, I had to learn the hard way too. Like I saw everyone in Balmung with this and I was like, what is that? What does that mean? Just means like you can just send them a tell and it's okay. They'll probably be pretty friendly. You didn't know that? It's like so many people have it in their description. Like even in Limsa sometimes. Walk up and tell. One night I stayed until closing at a club. Everyone started stripping down to their small clothes and dancing on stage. I don't know why, but like I literally just imagine everyone just removing their clothes in the club to like bras and panties. I joined in. I initially thought it was silly, but then I saw the screenshots in the club's Discord server and beheld my character truly naked. What the hell? Oh my god, everyone's naked in a screenshot. No way. But then I saw the screenshots in the club's Discord server and beheld my character truly naked for the first time. There was something hot about it. Okay. OP be into it. And I felt a bit of an awakening. Unleash the demon. Oh my god. I definitely went on a modding binge from there. The less said about the better, but I think you get the picture. Oh my gosh. Went down the rabbit hole of mods. I made some genuinely good friends in the club scene. People I still talk to, in fact. And one night, I was approached by one person for a dance. I felt bold enough to have them come dance with me in a position where we would be front and center on the Twitch DJ stream. We chatted as we danced. During our conversation, they revealed that they were a courtesan. I told them I didn't want to pay for their services, and they moved on. Nothing salacious yet. But soon, one person would change all that and open up a whole new world to me. It was early morning, but practically still the middle of the night. The birds weren't yet singing, not quite, but it was close. I was at an after-hours club that caters to those who still want to party when all the other clubs are closing. Those in the know will be familiar. I am not in the know. I don't know what club that is. So a club that people go to when all the other clubs are closing. So this is like the after party club. Okay. That's pretty cool. So like everyone probably like all meets up in that one place and hangs out still. My friends who had introduced me to the club were calling it early, but I still had a lot of party left in me. So I stuck around. Then a player walked in, alone, looking like they weren't meeting anyone. So I hit them up. We'll call this person Ember. The conversation was quick. We were clearly both, interested. At the time, I didn't have a furnished home in the game. Oh, Opie was broke. But Ember did. And they promptly invited me there. I would describe the furnishing of this place as Spartan. Oh, okay. So it's like really basic and manly. Ember was definitely not a designer. In fact, the most prominent features of the room were the hot tub and the bed. You know, the places where the magic happens. I entered the room and our intentions already being clear. Ember asked me if I had a kink list, or KL for short. All right, so that's what they call it. KL is the abbreviation for kink list in ERP world. I did not. In fact, I don't really consider myself a kinky person at all. Ember shared with me their KL and a link to prepare one myself. I noticed on their KL that they had a strong preference towards BDSM. I definitely do not. And I shared with them that I had a bad real-life experience with that and that I would not budge on it. I'm open to a lot of things and I'll try anything once. I tried that. It was bad. It's off the list for me. End of discussion. I was unequivocal about this stance. I filled out my KL while drunk, so it took a while. And I told them I had a hard cutoff for when I need to log out. My partner would be home soon. Pause for gasps. Oh, P. I mean, you know what? It's not really uncommon because I feel like a lot of people who are in relationships, IRL, still ERP in the game. We've heard that in many stories. The chat is gasping. I'm aware that this story doesn't paint me in a great light. I had long considered that ERP was just another form of porn, albeit an interactive form. But my gray morality on that has changed in the meantime, and I feel bad about it now. Anyway, we moved to the bed. I'll spare the steamier details to save your YouTube monetization. Okay, thank you so much for being considerate. But there were ways to say it without disturbing my monetization for YouTube, I'm sure. There's PG-friendly ways to say it. What I will tell you is that while I was familiar with a lot of mods, I was not familiar with custom animations. Ember had them, so there was no need to imagine much of anything. Occasionally, Ember would interrupt our passion to lament the fact that I was not into the same kinks as them. I would quickly shut the subject down to get back to the action. Oh my god. But this scenario repeated several times. I felt like Ember was trying to wear me down, and I was watching the time tick away all the while. All right, so Ember was like, man, can we just do the thing that I like to do? The thing that turns me on? And Opie's like, dude, I already told you I don't want to do that. Stop bringing it up. You're like killing the mood here. That's what's happening. Eventually, my hard cutoff time approached, and I reminded them a short while later. I had to tell them we were done, though we had not finished. In brackets. This upset them. We got up out of bed, and they told me all the things they were hoping could have happened with our time together. I reminded them that I was clear about how much time I had, and that they dilly-dallied, and now neither of us are satisfied. Oh my god. I told them there was always next time, and then I logged out and went to bed. The next time I was on, I saw they were online too. I teleported to their home, went inside, and found their character asleep on the bed. I tried talking to them, telling them I felt bad we didn't have enough time together before. No response. I ended up lying down in the bed next to them, doing what I thought was role-playing. Eventually, they woke up and we talked. It turned out they had gone for a nap in real life, so instead of logging out of the game, they just had their character go to bed as well. I thought this was maybe a little weird, but I could look past it. Then when I suggested we have a do-over of the night before, they let me in on the bigger picture. The night before, Ember's eternal bonding partner called it off before the ceremony. They were feeling dejected and lonely, so they went to the club, and that's where they met me. That's right, I was a rebound, and nothing more. I was embarrassed, but I also understood. I gave them their space and resolved that I would let them message me first. Since then, I checked on their profile here and there whenever they were logged in. Sometimes I would stay on a little longer than usual just to see if they would message me. They never did. Months passed. They changed their race, gender, and even their name. And that's when I realized that maybe they were trying to move on. Maybe not from me. I don't think that highly of myself, but definitely from their in-game past. I removed them from my friends list and moved on to the end. Yeah, I told you it was short. I mean, it was very like, they tried ERP, they met someone, and then there's not really much drama. There's no drama really. It's just like spicy. It's just spicy and that's it. I learned a couple of things, you know, with the Kink List. Maybe some people learned some things too about the ERP world. And that's why I like reading these drama stories, is because it's like, I don't do these things in the game, so I like hearing about other things that other people are doing in the game. Ways that they enjoy the game. I feel so educated now. There was like a blue ball scene in that story. They both were not satisfied. These stories are the reason I don't talk to Final Fantasy XIV randoms. Well, this is the club scene. I think you'll mainly meet people like this in the club scene in Final Fantasy XIV, or like in Balmung. That's my guess. I don't know. No, like we all kind of know. We all kind of know. We ain't dumb. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this Final Fantasy XIV drama story. Remember, these are real people behind the stories, and they're human and can make mistakes. They'll also be reading the comment section, so please try to have constructive criticism. There are always nicer ways to say something versus saying it meanly to help someone learn and grow. If you have any of your own drama stories that you'd like me to share and read out anonymously, feel free to reach out to my Discord, discord.gg/Pathra.